I'm Kate. I want to show you a few ways to help you get the best from your wood heater and how to keep your emissions as low as possible.
For many years, our combustion engineers have been recognised as world leaders in wood-burning technology, and Australian products have been at the forefront of new, low-emission, new-age wood heaters. And Aussies have also played a major role in developing international standards to keep our air clean. So you can be sure that whatever appliance you buy, it really is among the best in the world.
So what's the best type of wood to use? And when's the best time to have it delivered? Let's ask an expert. So hi Bruce, how long have you been in the wood business for?
About 25 years.
Right, okay. What's the difference between wet wood and green wood?
Well, wet wood is something that has got wet from rain. Green wood is wood where the sap content is much higher. Wood that's been in the rain has just got surface moisture on it, whereas the other wood has got a high sap content.
Right.
And that's why it doesn't burn as well. In other words, something that's been cut down very recently.
Okay.
Wood needs to be cut for at least 12 to 18 months before it's good for the fire.
So what type of wood should the homeowner avoid using?
Well, garden trees, timber that's been painted or treated in some way, or timber that they just pick up off the side of the road, just could have all forms of contamination in it. I would suggest that they only buy it from a professional wood merchant. All of the timber that is sold in this yard has been dried for a minimum of 18 months to 2 years.
Okay, so let's do a little experiment. Here's 2 loads of wood, and they're both of a similar weight, but this wood has just been freshly cut, so it's still wet or green. But this kind of wood is not uncommon in winter. So let's see how wet it really is. Okay, so let's test this for moisture content. Okay. Now the recommended moisture content should be between 16 and 20%. Wow, that is green. That's gone right off the dial there, so it's probably between 30 and 40%.
30 to 40%.
Okay. So let's see how this wood burns in comparison to good dry wood.
Okay.
Now, of course, in order to burn the wood, we have to light a fire. Now, that's not as complicated as a lot of people make it. It's really very simple. There are just a few basic steps. Okay, so first of all, just get a couple of pieces of newspaper and lightly crumple them and put them in the base of the firebox. And next get a fire lighter, any brand will do, and you can break them in half to get the fire going more quickly.
Oh, and never use petrol, kerosene or any other fuel to get a fire started. Dry pine kindling is the next part of lighting your fire successfully. Build your chips up into a Boy Scout fire, like this. This allows the air to get around the chips quickly for a hot, clean fire. After your chips have become fully involved, place small pieces of hardwood logs on the chips and let them catch on.
So now that's done, you're ready to get your fire going fully. Easy, huh? Soon we'll be able to show you how the wet wood's going to burn in the fire, but in the meantime, I want to show you something. Wood holds a lot of water, and water weighs a lot. In fact, in the small amount of wood that we had before, the amount of water that's removed when it's dried to the right moisture content is this much. You can dry your wood to an acceptable level simply by storing it in a dry, well-ventilated position. And buy it early in the year, even during the summer months when you can get some great savings.
Stack it loosely with the end of the stack towards the prevailing winds for quicker drying. Oh, and split the larger pieces so more surface is exposed to the breeze. It can take up to 12 months for wood to dry properly, so always plan ahead. The simple key to a good fire with lots of heat is good wood. Now let's see the difference it'll make in your home if you try and burn wet wood. We'll put the same amount of wood in each heater, but we'll load the one on the right with unseasoned wood. And we'll see just how long it takes to get a good flame in each heater and how each one burns.
By the way, each time you load your heater, always make sure you open the air control and leave it open for about 20 minutes, or at least until the wood's burning brightly.
If you turn the air control down too soon, your wood won't burn correctly, and you'll make too much smoke and not enough heat.
Look how sluggish our wet wood is. That's because it's trying to evaporate all that excess water that's laden with unburnt chemicals and resin.
The problem is that all these go up the chimney, and because we haven't been able to get the flue temperatures to the right operating levels, it's likely that the water and chemicals will condense on the inside of your flue, and that means output from the flue will be smoky and dirty. But it's not just smoke that's a problem. Even with maximum air, we can't generate the draw needed to make the fire burn brightly and get the temperature of the firebox to the point where the chemicals burn completely. Because of this, the flue temperature is lower and the moisture condenses on the inside of the flue as creosote. Now, creosote can either be wet and sticky, causing drips of tar in the system, or hard and flaky. Whatever form it takes, it further reduces the efficiency of the flue gases, resulting in even lower flue temperatures and poorer burning. You'll also need to have your heater serviced more often, or even find that the life of your heater and flue is reduced. Worse still, creosote is highly flammable, and if it isn't removed, it can result in a chimney fire. Let's look at our fires again.
Well, you can't get more graphic evidence than this. These fires clearly show that wet wood gives inferior operation and heat. I mean, look at the chimneys. So you see, it really does make sense to use good quality dry timber if you want to stay really warm and save yourself some money.
So there you have it. Just follow those few simple pointers for lighting and loading your fire, and you'll keep as warm as toast even in the coldest winter. Use good quality wood and you'll get the best performance out of your heater. And what's more, you'll keep the skies clearer and you'll breathe easier. So enjoy Australia's weather and enjoy using your wood heater. Happy heating.
When purchasing a new wood heater, ensure that it has been manufactured and certified to all relevant Australian standards. Warning: tampering of the controls of a wood heater can lead to invalidation of the manufacturer's warranty and excessive and unnecessary smoke emissions. The collection and removal of firewood from public land requires a licence from the Department of Natural Resources and the Environment. Licences and advice on firewood collection can be obtained from the local Natural Resources and Environment Office near the area where you wish to collect wood. If you are collecting firewood from private land, you must seek the permission of the landholder. If you burn wood from sustainably managed plantations, then the regrowth of that timber means that you won't be contributing to the greenhouse effect. And finally, avoid using wood heaters on declared smog alert days.